Hello guys, good evening and welcome to another legendary grid and go race. First of all, legendary because we are checking on our audio. How is audio looking? I'm sitting on the racing line. Actually, audio is looking good for once, that's amazing. Anyway, Nicholas, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining. Hello and welcome. Grid and go. It became a thing lately, right? Not necessarily a thing that I appreciate doing, but yeah, quality of life issue to an extent. I mean, quality of life issue is like a really, really high phrase, isn't it? Like, having a job is great, is very important. Loving the job is great, very important. Being motivated for the job, even more important, and absolutely state of my situation. Only issue with it, currently it takes way too much of my lifetime. And that lifetime needs to be deducted elsewhere, which in my case is going to be the racing, sadly. Nothing that I would have loved to choose in the first place, but you know how things are going. This is the reality, and this is how it needs to be. And for that reason, we sort of started a grid and go basically from the mid of January, where I was like, you know, like, it's more and more important what happens in the job. My current job just needs more and more attention. Speaking about attention, you shouldn't touch these anti-curbs. Maybe at least not with tall tires. And for that reason, it's like coming home at 1930, receiving a setup from the great Falcon team, and grid and go. So, for qualifying, expect nothing else but an outside top 10 finish. For the racecraft and experience, perhaps, expect a top 6, top 7. Monitor is a touch out of focus. That makes total sense. And why does that make total sense? Because I haven't lined up the camera just yet. So something that also falls under the category of a grid and go sacrifice. So give me a moment, we'll fix the camera, and then we race. I should probably do an esports diary. Not an esports diary, a grid and go diary. How about that? Ah, Nicholas, it's madness, right? Like, you keep checking the numbers, you keep dialing it in, you find issues left, right, and center, you reconcile, and between all those reconciliations, you get asked the question, why are those numbers so good, or why are those numbers so bad? Like, either or, it goes both ways, actually. Fascinating. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Should certainly not cut this. Okay, let's go to garage. Sorry, to the 30% that is, or... Thank you very much. Camera. Restream. No, not the restream. Chat. Good. Got her face cam. How about now? Is that better? Less blurriness? I'm just racing the Alpine, but I do not necessarily like it too much. But that said, I don't know how the other cars feel, so I'll just take however it is. Be right back. Alright. Yeah, qualifying is on. Here we go. You guys wanna stream audio be muted or open?
I don't really mind, whatever you want.
Yep. Good luck. I'll really deafen.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. Now it's reverse. That's interesting. I honestly can't tell you, to be honest. The only thing I can tell you, though, is track temperature 26 isn't really much to warm up these tires or support and warm up these tires in any thinkable way. So, as the teammates have said previously, welcome to 15 minutes of warming up the tires and hope they are somewhat ready for the final shot. On that note, guys, cheers. Planky26, thank you very much for your follow. And welcome to the stream. Much appreciating everyone's appearance. Yeah, any of you guys appreciate the effort of a grid and go despite having no preparation whatsoever, and sort of also appreciating the challenging races that form out of it, then please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe on the YouTube channel. I think it's a bit special to say that as much as grid and go isn't the perfect way of preparing for a race, especially not for an esports scope kind of race, it still is fascinating to an extent, right? It's like, with so much limited practice and limited resources, you're still trying to do good. It is a proper challenge in a way, right? It's like being unprepared, learning on the fly, and yet kind of drive in a perfectionist way. It is a challenge. You'll see a lot of mistakes. You'll see a lot of F-ups. You'll see a lot of frustration every now and then, because, you know, it's like in VMS, yeah, the grid and go has never been a great idea, has it? But it's like when you really dead last and you don't have the pace, and you be like Aston Martin, but you still drive. That's the situation at times, right? Yeah, MD, that is 2 times tire wear. Everyone is appreciating that. These tires are just not there. Well, it's so easy if you go in weaving over these bumps, you can immediately lose it from a lack of tire grip. Marco, it's for the whole series. All the way. It is a quite major detail. For a 60-minute race, it's sort of irrelevant to an extent, but for an 80-minute race, yeah, it will make up for some interesting strategies for sure. nothing you do know anything about what you do in Grid and Go, but that is part of the story, right? I mean, it sounds frustrating, but I kind of still try learning to track these tires with that car, with that setup and so on. Hey Ian, I'm doing good, I'm doing alright. 2 times tire wear, but no track temp out of hell. Absolutely, that is a huge issue, to be honest. You'll see me trying cranking up those brake temperatures, especially in the back. I think in the back they're almost fading already. I'm trying to also kind of save my tire a little bit here. It's a proper WEC kind of approach, isn't it? $1,000 degrees on the brakes. Very great, very awesome. May the heat be transferring to the inside of the tire. And looking forwards. Alright, so for this grid then, let's see where we can end up. The rears are up to temperature. Not so much the fronts though. And I say not so much the fronts though, and yet the rear over rotates crazily. What? The rear's already detached and I'm over rotating. Like, yeah, obviously that's doing well for the tires, isn't it? It might be because maybe the core temperature has the grip but not the surface. The surface is pretty damn cold. No rain expected. Who's winning in Australia? I guess the team with the best efficiency, so it might be a Red Bull even. So I think tires are in temperature range now. Let's see. Jens, which car was unpredictable? That Red Bull? I found the Ferrari to be quite unpredictable. The smoothest of those cars actually I found was the Mercedes. But there is the big question now with the engine saga. What's going to happen there, right? Here we go. .3 seconds. Ah, my car. Yeah, absolutely. Car is unpredictable in cold temperatures. Or generally. To an extent. Let's see if that... I really hope it has to do with the surface temperature, which is slowly but surely creeping up. 5 seconds ahead, 1.7 seconds down. Sufficient for a top 10 at the minute. If we're doing things great in the final time. Have done them greater at other times, but here we are. Position 10 indeed. What's the gap to cars ahead? Nice. So which of these damn tires are locked up now on the way into turn 1? Hopelessly. Must have been the front left. 3/10 to the P8. Oh. At this stage, you obviously need to ask the question, how much do the tires still give us? Ah! The exit momentum. Yes! P10, here we go! Let's go. Right, starting in the middle of the pack. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait, honestly. Actually, that might be the 2/10. Or 10 even. That track limit, I'm afraid. Oh, thankfully it wasn't. Woof. Ah, that's fucked. Kept it on the roads. One more lap after this, actually. So, with that improvement, P8 is possible. Come on! Yes! Very good! P7 even, let's go! The depressing part is like P6s, like in F1, best of the rest, right? Everything up further up there is like not gonna have a chance being close, I think. I might be wrong though. Let's see how it goes. No, 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 no. Ah, I should have stayed in third. Damn it! Well, P7 is alright.
Server. It's full. Do you know any fix?
Restart quickly.
Did it already 2 times.
Have you already been in the main menu after said it's full?
Are you refreshing the server browser then entering the code
Yeah.
again?
Ready to drop off?
3 minutes by the end, my game did crash. It still says server full. I have no idea what I should do.
Keep trying.
Restarted Steam, restarted the game.
Yeah, I don't know honestly. It usually does that when I first join the server, then I just go back, restart the game. How's it looking, Sven?
I don't think